guys, it's Cameron here, back with another video. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and turn those post notifications on so that you don't miss an upload. For today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys some female hygiene tips. So if you're not a female, I recommend just exiting out of this video. I mean, you could stay if you want, but like, I'm just warning you, it's not your kind of video. Anyways, guys, I'm just gonna get right on into the video because I have a lot of tips to give you guys. I feel like these videos are all over YouTube, but I thought of some that might not be in every video you find, so I'm gonna share those with you guys today. So I really hope that you all enjoy watching this video, and let's get started. Alright guys, so we're gonna start with talking about periods. So I don't really know what my viewer age range is right now. I think it's probably like teenagers to college kids, maybe, I don't know. So some of you may have gotten it yet, some of you may have not, but I'm here to give you guys some advice that you may or may not already know. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is when you have your period, I just want you guys to know that your period has an odor. Most of the packaging on pads and tampons tell you that you can keep it in or keep it on for up to 8 hours, 10 hours, all these things. When you're sleeping, obviously, you know, you follow that. I recommend maybe changing it more often, not because there's anything wrong with keeping it on for a long period of time, but just because it can build up an odor and also it can be uncomfortable. I'm not telling you to change it every single time you use the bathroom, not every hour, not every 2 hours, maybe every 4 hours or so, 3 hours or so. I personally like to change mine every time I go to the bathroom because that's just how I am. I just get bothered by it, but I'm not telling you guys you have to do that, but I definitely do recommend kind of changing it more times than the package says, just because it is more clean that way and it's just kind of better. I'm not telling you that somebody's gonna smell it instantly and know you're on your period, like that's not how it works, but you yourself may feel self-conscious of the smell, and also if you do let it sit for too long, other people may be able to smell it. So I'm just recommending that for you guys. Another tip that I have with periods that I don't really know if I've seen in many videos is kind of how to dispose of your feminine product, whether it be tampons or pads. So this is what I do when I wear pads, which I mainly wear tampons, but for pads I used to wear when I was younger and I wear them at night still. So what I always do is if I'm home, I always save the pad wrapper and put it like next to the toilet somewhere where no one's gonna see it, so that when I change my next pad, I can just wrap the pad in the last pad wrapper. Because if you use the same pad wrapper that you're using, you're gonna, like, your last pad, you might not have one to wrap it in. I don't know if that makes sense, but if you try it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And then I just like wrap it in it, roll it up, and then throw it in the garbage so that it stays nice and neat and it's not like an open pad, like everyone's seeing that in the garbage. Because then again, you guys have to think, like I said, periods have an odor, so when you put too many pads and tampons in the garbage, it may smell. Like, it's just what happens, but if you wrap it up and conceal it, it's not as bad. So I definitely recommend doing that, or you can just use like that wrapper. So like when you're changing your pad, you just use the new wrapper for the next pad you're changing into for the last pad to throw it out. That's what you'd probably do for like a public bathroom, because you're obviously not going to keep your last pad wrapper in your purse. Like, I don't know, I don't usually do that, but that's just my recommendation, is to wrap it in the wrapper, or you could just wrap it in toilet paper, but don't just like throw it in there like whatever. I recommend like actually rolling it, because if the paper does open in the garbage, like, and it's just open to blood, like that's kind of gross. So I definitely recommend rolling it up, make sure it's folded up so that if it were to open, it wouldn't like show everything. You know, for tampons, I know some people flush them down the toilet. I personally don't, because I'm too scared that it's gonna clog it, and like, especially in public bathroom, yeah, I don't do that. But what I do is I just take a tissue, a napkin, and I just wrap the tampon in there and throw it in the garbage. Same thing with the plastic part of the tampon. I literally see all the time people just throw those in the garbage, like, and a lot of times those have blood on them too for when you put it in. So those you should also wrap in tissue or toilet paper or something and throw it in the garbage like that, because that's really gross, especially in public bathrooms when you have the little like feminine baskets or whatever that you throw your garbage in. It's really gross when there's like ones at the top that are like bloody and gross and out. So I definitely always recommend wrapping them in tissues or something like that, just to keep it neat and for the respect of the next person coming in the bathroom, because it is kind of gross. So I definitely think that that's a really important feminine hygiene tip. I have like a younger audience, and you guys want more tips on like periods and, you know, what to do when you first get it, and tips on how to like use tampons and all that kind of stuff, like the more details of it. I can do a whole separate video on that. Just let me know down below, because I don't really know what my audience is right now, so I'm not gonna freaking give you guys the period talk right now if I have like college kids who already have their periods. Well, I think that's that for periods. Also, when you're on your period, definitely like make sure you're always like showering and keeping yourself clean, just because like for the sake of yourself. You don't want to feel gross and dirty, and also, like I said, odor. Anyways, next I'm just going to be talking about cleaning yourself in general when you're not on your period. So something that I definitely recommend is make sure that whenever you're in the shower, you're actually taking time scrubbing your whole body, your legs, your underarms, your chest, like your back, your feet, everywhere. Because honestly, guys, you'd be surprised. Like, I'm just saying, you know. I'm not gonna tell you guys how to shower, but just make sure you're really keeping yourself like actually cleaning, and don't just like rush through the shower and jump in and jump out. Like, I take quick showers sometimes, but I make sure to fully wash my body and like my face and everything and then get out. We're human. Like, we can build up smell, especially in our underarms and other parts of our body. So it is really important to keep yourself clean. Wear deodorant, reapply your deodorant, but remember that deodorant isn't gonna attack the smell the way a shower will. You still have to shower. You can't just wear deodorant. Like, also same thing with perfume. If you feel like you smell, don't just drench yourself in perfume, because chances are that's not gonna help. Hop in the shower, put some deodorant and perfume on afterwards. Cleaning yourself down there, make sure that you're not using soap inside. You can put soap around the area, but you definitely don't want to get too close to anywhere where it would get inside. So I definitely recommend kind of just around the area, and be very careful when you're doing it. As for cleaning down there, all you need is water. Simply water. Your body has a way of cleaning itself, and all you really need to do is clean it with water and your hand or a towel or something, and that's the best way to do it. Don't try putting any soap or fragrance on there, because fragrances are not going to make it smell any better. I promise you, they're not. It is just going to make it worse, and you're going to get infections, and it's just not going to be fun at all. Also, just remember, you all have a natural smell. You're not going to smell like flowers down there, like, we're just being honest. I'm not saying it's going to smell bad, but you're not going to smell like flowers. So you trying to put fragrances down there is not going to make it any better. I promise you that already. I personally don't even trust the Summer's Eve soaps or wipes or stuff to actually use. You can use them outside the area, but I would not use them down, like, actually, you know, inside. The best thing to use if you wanted to just like wipe actually like the area right on it is just baby wipes, because they're fragrance free and they're the most natural. So okay, so next I'm going to talk about shaving. So I just want you guys to know real quick that you are talking to the queen of razor bumps and razor burns and ingrowns. Like, I have such sensitive skin, like, it's insane. Everywhere on my body my skin is sensitive, so my skin tends to react negatively to a lot of things, one of them being shaving. And I have dealt with this for so long, and it's become such a big insecurity to me, my razor burn and bumps and ingrown hairs and stuff. And honestly, I've done so many things to fix it. I've tried so many different serums, gels, shaving creams, lotions, washes, like everything you could think of that you see online, home remedies. And I'm being honest with you guys, nothing really helps me, but I do follow some tips that definitely help me, and I'm going to share those with you guys. Some of the tips that help me are that you should not be wearing any underwear that aren't cotton after shaving. Honestly, in general, it's better to wear cotton underwear all the time, because it allows the whole area to breathe. It prevents it from like smelling or just from your skin breaking out. But obviously that's not realistic, because we all wear different kinds of underwears. But after you shave, you definitely should wear cotton or lacy underwears, something that's going to allow the area to breathe. You don't want to wear silk or satin or polyester, because that's not going to allow it to breathe at all. And that's something that I definitely have seen help me with that whole situation. Another thing is that you don't want to shave just dry or like outside of the shower. You also don't want to shave just with water. You should use a shaving cream or a soap or something. I recommend shaving cream. I like the EOS shaving cream or just the Venus shaving creams. Also, for the area down there, you are better off using razors with more blades, because the ones with less blades, the cheap ones, are usually not too good for that area. It can cause you to cut yourself. It can cause breakouts and all of that stuff. If it works for you, fine, but it's not really good, and it's not something that you want to be leaning towards for that area. Oh, also guys, I know that a lot of times when we're shaving down there, it's to go to the beach or the pool, and then we're wearing bathing suits, and honestly, that's when my razor bumps bother me the most, because obviously they're visible for people to see. But not only that, but because of the material of bathing suits, the way it rubs against it, it bothers me so much. And I just, at that point, there's nothing you can really do about it, which stinks. But there is one thing that actually helped me, and that is waxing. And if I'm being honest, I don't wax anymore, but I've waxed many times. I used to do it every summer because I had to wear bathing suits in the summer for work, and it was just such a discomfort pain because I'd have to shave and then wear a bathing suit for work, and I had no choice but to do it. So I tried waxing, and the reason I stopped waxing is because it is so expensive, but I pick waxing over shaving any day. It's so much better for your skin. It lasts. Sometimes it doesn't last too long because if you're gonna wax, you always want to exfoliate before. Just like don't forget to exfoliate before, because I've made that mistake before and it doesn't last as long. But it also hurts more. You want to like soften up the hairs before they're gonna do it. But waxing is the one thing that really helped with my razor bumps and made me more comfortable in bathing suits and stuff. So if you want to do something to get your razor bumps away, waxing is my best suggestion. But besides that, you can try all the things that you can get at the store. You can try all the things you see online, the soaps, the serums. You could try the home remedies, but for me personally, they never really worked. So you just kind of have to follow those other things that I said. Also, with like shaving on any other part of your body, you want to make sure you're not shaving too often because you want to allow the hair to actually start growing back before you shave. So that goes for your legs, that goes for the downstairs area, that goes for the underarms, any part of your body that you're shaving. I definitely recommend allow the hair to grow back a little bit first and then shave. So yeah. And that's another thing is after shaving, I forgot to say this, but you don't want to wear too tight of clothing. You want to kind of let the area breathe. So I recommend shaving at night when you're going to go to sleep, and you can just throw a pair of shorts on over it, and you don't even have to wear underwear underneath. Just let it breathe. Let the whole area breathe. I honestly recommend sleeping without underwear a lot and just wear like shorts over it if that's what makes you comfortable, just because like it is just so important to like allow that area to breathe for so many different reasons. So yeah. Also, I talked about kind of bathing suits before, and you don't want to leave a wet bathing suit on for too long because it can cause infections. So if you are someone who's swimming a lot, it's definitely important to kind of change out of that wet bathing suit after a while because it's really not good for you. Obviously, if you're going to keep going back in the pool, that's different, but like if you're just like went to the pool and you just like come home and you're sitting in that bathing suit for hours, I don't recommend doing that because it's just not good for that area. You can get many infections, and yeah. Okay, so last but not least, I wanted to give one tip that I feel like many girls struggle with, something that I struggle with personally, and that is chafing. And basically, if you don't know what that is, that's when your skin rubs against each other and it causes a rash or a breakout or something. And it happens mainly in the summer when you're wearing shorts and it's hot out and you're sweating. And it's so bad when you're walking around like an amusement park or walking on the boardwalk. It's literally the most annoying thing ever. So it's really annoying, but I actually have found a solution to it, and that is using deodorant. So I always put deodorant all over my inner thighs so that I don't chafe. And obviously if you sweat the deodorant off, you can just keep it in your bag and put it on again. But baby powder also works, but I feel like when you're sweating and stuff, baby powder can get like gross and the consistency can get gross. But I feel like deodorant is just so smooth. So if you deal with chafing a lot, I really recommend using deodorant for that. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. I kind of just gave the basics. If you guys want to hear more in detail, or if you have any specific feminine hygiene things you want me to talk about, or things about periods, or anything like that you guys want me to do, let me know in the comments down below or on my Instagram. If you don't want to put it in the comments, that's fine. I really like doing girl talk videos. This is actually kind of my first one, but I do enjoy doing this kind of stuff. I like giving advice, especially because I know I probably have some of a younger audience, so it's important to talk about this stuff and have somebody who you can get this advice from, especially someone who goes through it themselves, because being a girl is not easy at all. But anyways guys, that is it for today's video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up, comment down below, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys!